appreciate. I'm very pleased that he did good, but he's only just starting. So, until he had 12 diploma, I'm trying to persuade him.
Yeah, definitely. I need a year and a half.
What's the difference between a diploma and
So I'm in the middle.
T1 first.
I got 2-1. You got 2-1, yeah.
2-1.
Please be seated. Your Worshipful the Mayors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Pro-Chancellor of the University of Greenwich, Lady Anne-Marie Nelson, CBE.
Your Worships, graduates, friends, staff. As Pro-Chancellor of the University of Greenwich, I'm delighted to welcome all of you to this graduation ceremony. As you are architecture and construction graduates, let me start by talking just a little about these buildings. As you've been studying at the University of Greenwich, you will know that we are most fortunate in having some very fine buildings on each of our campuses. But here at Greenwich, we have one of the most beautiful and historic campuses in the UK. These buildings on the site, which are here now, replaced Placentia, which was a royal palace. And at the beginning of the 18th century and the end of the 17th century, they were built for a charitable public purpose: the relief and care of the retired, sick or injured seamen. The master plan for the site was designed by Christopher Wren, who most of us might still consider to be our greatest architect. And this lovely chapel was completed in 1752. I hope that after the ceremony, those of you who have not been here before will find time to explore the site, and as well as making some time to go into the Painted Hall for a drink at the reception. Greenwich remained a hospital until 1869, and soon after that, the building became the home of the Royal Naval College, known then as the University of the Navy, and it provided naval training for officers of the Royal Navy. It was then that the long association of this site with education began. How fitting it was then that when the Royal Navy left for new premises, the University of Greenwich moved here. Like the Navy, we pride ourselves on providing high-quality education, which is often vocational, and which allows our graduates to distinguish themselves throughout the world. Today, you, our new graduates, move out into a world of careers or further study. For many of you, this would have been much more difficult without the support of families and friends who are represented here today. So I do want to thank everyone on this side of the chapel and in the galleries for joining us today and for the support, both financial and emotional, that you have given to our students. I and all the staff here truly appreciate it. Thank you. To those of you who are graduating, can I say that I hope that as you progress in your lives and your careers, you will remember fondly the time you've spent here at the University of Greenwich. Those memories will be about the hard work you've put in, the distance you have covered, both academically and personally, and I very much hope there'll be memories of some good fun as well. Please keep in touch and consider how in turn you can support the university in the future. Today we are celebrating the success of students in the School of Architecture and Construction. Before you come to the front to receive your degrees, our new Chancellor, Lord Hart of Chiltern, will say something about the university and your school. But today is your day. You, our students, are about to become our graduates, and you are the stars of the show. The staff here are enormously proud of your achievement. We congratulate you and we wish you every success. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Students' Union, University of Greenwich, Mr. Verinder Chowdhury.
Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Worshipful Mayor, honored guests, parents, partner, relative and friends, my fellow students. Today is a remarkable day, not because it is a day to celebrate what has been, for most of you, a considerable period of work at the university, but because you remained committed to learning for the entire duration of your degrees and did a great job of it. Many, many congratulations. Not only would I like to commend our British students on their great performance, I would particularly like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the international students amongst you, who have traveled thousands of miles to benefit from the excellent education in this island country. As an international student myself, I realize the difficulties to study in a foreign land, but our journey have been made very comfortable by this great country and our even greater university. I also know, however, that we don't do it alone. We all need help along the way. Therefore, on behalf of the students of the University of Greenwich, there are a number of people I would like to thank. First and foremost, amongst the people, I would like to thank our people who make it possible for each one of us to reach this platform of learning, our parents. Negotiating different identities from parent to partner, from parenting to partnership, we can never thank them enough for playing different roles in our life, only to see us happy and successful. They are the ones who had the vision for us to study at university level or partook in our vision of further studies. They gave us support in our trying times and made available the resources to the best of their abilities. Come on guys, let's clap for who gave us the money. I would also like to express my thanks to the families or friends who are here to witness the graduation of their loved ones. Some of you are sitting not with your parents but with your children, your husband, wife, partner and friends. Getting a degree is not a solitary occupation. We all benefited from the support you have given us along the way. So fellow students, I would ask you to join me in thanking your parents, partner, families and friends in the customary manner. The next group of people I would like to mention are the university management, faculty and the staff. And by that, I don't just mean the people here today in their magnificent gowns. Our tutors and lecturers have navigated the demands of our learning, and we can't thank them enough for this. The university support staff has been a crucial factor in making sure that the machinery behind the successful running of courses remained well oiled. The contribution made by cleaners and ancillary staff is also appreciated, as is the work of the back office, whether campus office, the library, student affairs, computer services, or indeed the Students' Union, and of course the great and the good, the senior staff of the Vice-Chancellor office. We thank you all. Now a message to you all as you move on from the university into the real world. Don't become strangers. Some of you may be going on to further study at Greenwich, and that is great. But for the rest of you, value what you learned at the university, cherish the university and make it proud by becoming the best at whatever you do. Don't forget to join the Alumni Society or take life membership of the Students' Union. They are not expensive, they are probably too cheap. It is important for both the university and you to remain in touch. We can communicate with wherever in the world you end up through the magic of emails and websites. Look us up on web if you haven't already joined. Furthermore, don't forget to tell family, friends, employers, even your own children about Greenwich. Oxford and Cambridge University have been running the world for centuries through their Old Boys network. Let Greenwich, with the most magnificent university building in the world, share a bit of that success. Last and by no means least, go away from Greenwich with a big smile. Enjoy yourself in whatever the future holds. I know you will do well. After all, you are Greenwich graduates, and remain proud of it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chancellor of the University of Greenwich, Lord Hart of Chiltern.
Your Worships, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, graduands, families, colleagues and friends, it is an enormous pleasure and privilege to be here today in the Painted Chapel as your new Chancellor. Let me tell you at once that you graduands and I have several things in common. First of all, these are my first award ceremonies, so, as you can imagine, I'm feeling just as apprehensive as some of you. Secondly, like many of you, I was the first member of my family to go to university, and so I know how proud your families will be of you and your achievements. I owe much to mine. So when, as I do now, I congratulate you on all of your hard work leading up to the degree that you're about to receive, I welcome and congratulate your families too for supporting you. This is their day as well as yours. Well done. And just as we feel proud of you, I hope in turn that you can feel proud of this university. You graduate today from a university which excels in so many areas. Greenwich is one of our 3 campuses, all of which I have visited, and all of which have historic links. The university has over a century in service to education. We trace our roots back to 1890, when Britain's second polytechnic was opened with the vision of providing vocational practical education to support the economy of the day. In this at least our mission remains the same, but from the original 500 students of the institution, our community has now grown to over 24,000. Today, our impact and appeal is felt around the world. We have education partners in many countries, and our strategy is actively to promote internationalization, not just of our student body, but also of our curriculum. Today's graduates operate in a global context, which increases year by year, and we want to help you to succeed. We are proud of the international and cultural mix of the university. There are students from over 100 different countries represented here. This year, we have won funding from the government to help us grow our strong links with India. We are working on MBA programs to be run jointly with partner institutions in India. This will give students in India access to a UK education, as well as providing mutually beneficial opportunities for staff development and exchange. This is also a prize-winning university. Our green entrepreneurs have won a series of awards for their environmentally friendly systems to clean up contaminated land. We have won 3 Queen's Anniversary Prizes for higher and further education, and the most recent was presented this year to a project which helps disadvantaged men and women in South Africa set up small businesses in the townships, and which helps poor women in Ghana to make clothes for sale in Western markets. This prize recognises our contribution to sustainable development and to working globally. A few months ago, our annual lecture was titled, "Why Isn't Poverty History?" And the lively debate on international development which followed drew on the knowledge and expertise of both our staff and students. The issues of sustainable development are tackled on several of our degree courses, and research in this area is coordinated by a dedicated Centre for Sustainability. The university is becoming greener in general, as we also move to integrate sustainable practices wherever we can here. Research is essential to any university. Teaching is enhanced if it is informed by research and if it is given by people who are engaged in research activity. We have first-class researchers here in a whole host of fields, and feel confident, therefore, as you embark on a career, that you have been taught by experts. This year, an initiative led by our Natural Resources Institute has won a grant of over $13 million from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The project will link smallholders in African countries to national and international markets by turning their cassava crop into flour, thus achieving a higher price. This is just one example of where our research expertise helps to make a real practical difference. It is for this reason that our researchers are in demand. We are one of the country's top 10 universities for consultancy. As well as research expertise, we offer technology transfer, business advice, and staff training and work in partnership with industry, business, government, and public bodies. We pride ourselves on these relationships. Schools of the university have now been established with advisory panels, and these bring together experts, mainly from the corporate sector, to give support and advice which ensures that our curricula are up to date. Now, part of the role of the university is to engage with local communities, and we are proud of ours. That is why we are so pleased to see leaders of the local community here. Our heritage is their heritage too. And one way of showing how much we value our local connections is by encouraging local residents onto our campuses and allowing them to use some of our facilities. Another way is by providing research and consultancy and training for local businesses, supporting the growth of regional economies. The university occupies a unique geographic position at the heart of the country's biggest development zones, the Thames Gateway and the London Olympics. Some of you graduating today will go on to find a role in these exciting developments. Students at Greenwich can be confident of an excellent education. We set high standards for teaching quality and student support. The university has been given the highest stamp of approval for our academic standards by the Quality Assurance Agency, the standards watchdog for higher education. We were pleased that the Prime Minister chose to make his first major speech on education policy at the university in November. He spoke about creating a world-class educational system, giving people from every background the opportunity to prosper. The university is particularly proud of its achievement in getting our graduates into fulfilling jobs. Greenwich is the capital's best new university for graduate prospects. This, of course, is a measure of your quality and your preparedness for a demanding career. The School of Architecture and Construction has had a number of successes this year. Perhaps many of you already know that a landscape architecture graduate from the school won a 6th gold medal at the Chelsea Flower Show and yet another at the Hampton Court last week. She was here this morning being awarded with a doctorate in design. Several other alumni also won at Chelsea, and winning potential has also been displayed by current students. One of 6 winners at the Academy for Sustainable Communities Future Vision Awards was from the school. One of the 12 finalists selected to attend a symposium on building a sustainable world was also a student here. He was selected on the basis of a design for a community to address climate change, an example of how the excellent teaching of the School of Architecture and Construction supports creativity, innovation and success. Now, I have spoken today about change, development and growth. In a wider sense, we face great competition with the growth of powerful new economies, demographic change, technological change and environmental change. Change presents challenges and opportunities to graduates like you, but do not be daunted or overwhelmed. Embrace change with the confidence that we have and you have the skills to rise to the challenge. Take the opportunities where you find them. Feel proud that you are graduating from an institution which is equipped to meet challenges and to take advantage of opportunities. We hope that as you embark on your working lives, you will support the university by talking about our good work, by recommending us, by becoming a part of our community of alumni, and by considering making, when you can, as you become richer and richer, donations to help us keep improving. I hope that you will take the opportunity to contribute to the Class of 2008 gift. And as you take this big step forwards in your future, be confident, be inspired, be proud, be caring, and above all, aim high, never give up, seize each opportunity when it comes. And on behalf of the university, I offer you heartfelt congratulations and wish you every success in the future.
Chancellor, I now call upon Professor David Isaac to present to you award holders from the School of Architecture and Construction.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you Master's degree and postgraduate award holders from the School of Architecture and Construction and call upon Professor Richard Hayward to present the certificates. For the degree of Master of Science, Construction Management and Economics, Joshua Iziati. For the degree of Master of Science, Facilities Management, Esther Alexandra Go. For the degree of Master of Science Facility Management European, Gerrit van Vatstra. For the degree of Master of Science Occupational Health and Safety, studied at the School of Business and Computer Science, Trinidad, Jagannath Siram Maharaj. For the degree of Master of Science Occupational Safety and Health, Mark Enyo R. Chun. Trevor Clark. Martin Joseph Rogers. Jane Taylor. Jan Moreton Tucker. Vincent William Pate Turner. For the degree of Master of Science Open Architecture and Construction, Devinder Gainda. Victor Owusu Houghton. For the degree of Master of Science Project Management, Sahid Fijabi Akinade. Mir Heidi Ali. Darren Stewart Bailey. Peter Baker. Barry James Ford. Stephen Malcolm Fox. Laurie Heyman. Beda Ua Giuliani. Martin Kofi Kanyuangi. Mariam Al-Saladet Kiadi. Shamuga Preetha Logathan. Nobel Grismond Maxwell. Kofi Tamakloe. Ote Kong Imu Ubong. Emmanuel Dibari Weefa. For the degree of Master of Science Project Management, studied at Guizhou University, China, Jing Li. For the degree of Master of Science Real Estate, Marcelo Berbante. For the degree of Master of Science Real Estate Development and Investment, Anthony Ifichukui Abana. Daniel Oti Achimpong. Christopher John Paul Cooper. Olitan Funimola Oyemi. Inam Sheikh. Penitara Thongs Parasat. For the degree of Master of Science Real Estate International, Luc Alphonse de Witt. Esther Weber. Marieka Anna Menting. Yvette Gertrude Lucia Kwartvik van der Veer. For the postgraduate certificate, Occupational Safety and Health, David Zammit. Chancellor, that concludes the lists of master's degree and postgraduate award holders. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you first degree and undergraduate award holders from the School of Architecture and Construction. Professor Richard Hayward will present the certificates and prizes. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, 3D Digital Design, Winston Allen. Satwant Bansal. Onur Istek. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Graphic and Digital Design, Leslie Abad, who has also achieved first-class honours. Haydor Ali. Darryl Bell. Harpreet Bogle. Veronica Grisela Braga. Richard George Butler. Rohini Dumum. Paul Matthew Fernando. David Garlick, who has achieved first-class honours. Garion Frederick Heyman, who has achieved first-class honours and is also awarded the University of Greenwich Merit Award for Outstanding Achievement. Verinder Singh Hujan, who has achieved first-class honours. Christopher John Ives, who has achieved first-class honours. Nisha J. Ursoy Memish. Ha Nguyen. Maria Idoia Sesmuga. Chris Smith, who has also achieved first-class honours. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Visual Art and Communication, studied at Canterbury College, Aaron Richard Miles. For the degree of Bachelor of Science Estate Management, Nikoy Lefisha Andrew, who has also achieved first-class honours. Olan Wanyu Nuren Bello. Bose Owen Witosin Durinisimi Eti. Raj Hanspal. Armand Hazizi. Tracy Fiona Henry. Gerald Joseph Louis Affat, who has achieved first-class honours. Ephraim Simbrashi Mayesa. Joanna Olibegi. Richard Stingley. Isabella Samoji. Lyndon Steele. Michael Ipo Taiwo. For the degree of Bachelor of Science Facilities Management, Ioannis Karas. For the degree of Bachelor of Science Occupational Safety, Health and the Environment, Graham Paul Can. Janine Jasmine Kassar, who has achieved first-class honours and is also awarded the Hayes Construction and Property Prize for the Best Dissertation Final Year. Mark Anthony Collins, who has achieved first-class honours and is also awarded the British Occupational Hygiene Society Book Prize for the Best Student on Accredited Programme. Ivan Xavier Gatt. James Mizzy. Niall O'Connell. For the degree of Bachelor of Science Real Estate, Andreas George Potu. Oliver Henry Pitton. Benjamin James Taylor. For the Higher National Diploma Fine Arts, studied at Canterbury College, Carol Kim Arbuckle. Stephanie Alexandro Hythe Oram. Alan Longley. For the Higher National Diploma Graphic Design and Advertising, studied at Canterbury College, Hayden Paul Baxter. Kimberly Jane Gotham. Mohammed Kairul Hazirin Haji Afrin. Emma Hudson. Stuart Anthony Mail. For the Higher National Diploma Photography, studied at North West Kent College, Nicola Anne Denley. Amilawork Gete. Edward John Graves. Benjamin Robert Stephen Quigley. Philip James Skinner. Louise Thorne. Victoria Ann Woodham. Pro-Chancellor, that concludes the list of award holders from the School of Architecture and Construction.
Pro-Chancellor, I call upon you to confer the awards.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as Pro-Chancellor of the University of Greenwich, I confer upon all those who have been presented the title, award and honours to which you are entitled. Congratulations.
Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, that completes this afternoon's presentation of successful award holders of the University of Greenwich. Would the congregation please remain seated until the processions have left the chapel and await instructions from stewards? Thank you.